Are you an EMDR therapist having a hard time navigating how much time to leave at the end of the session to ground for your client, and even how to end phase 4 desensitization, that part of doing the bilaterals with your client? Let me break it down for you and give you some ideas. I'm Holly, I'm an EMDR therapist, and I'm an MDR approved EMDR basic trainer. And first and foremost, every client is going to be completely different. So what works for client A won't necessarily work for client B. And we really don't know how someone reprocesses, what's going to come up for them after the sessions, all those factors, until we've done a couple reprocessing sessions with the client. And so there will be a little bit of a runway that you'll need to start figuring out some of this with each client. And so initially, just be safe. Leave a good 15 minutes at the end of the session to make sure you can ground your client, and then go from there. As you work with them more, you'll be able to tell how long they need. I have some clients who need just a couple minutes, whereas I have other clients who might need about 20 minutes. And we're going to figure this out by doing a really robust phase 8 reevaluation the next session. And so really asking our client, how was it after the session? How was the grounding? Do you think we spent enough time doing it? How did you sleep that night? How was it the next day? We really want to see how they're responding to therapy. And if they were having a harder time, then we probably need more time to leave at the end of the session to ground them more. If my client has never been to therapy before, and these are the very first times these memory networks are being worked on, they will need more time to ground. So you can use that factor to just leave a little extra time right in the beginning from the get-go for these clients. Now, this next piece is what I call the art of EMDR therapy, and it's where to end a session in those set of bilaterals. And so what happens with EMDR, we have the memory we're working on, and then we have the different channels of association, and it can feel like waves. Right? And so we're up here with the memory, and intense emotions, feelings are coming up. And we're doing sets of bilaterals. And then eventually, as it starts moving down the channel, it gets more positive and neutral. And then we often bring them back to target to open up the next channel of association. Now, the art of EMDR therapy is ending the reprocessing section of the session when we're at the end of a channel. So when a client is saying more positive and neutral things, that's a great spot to say, okay, we finished our work on the memory for today. We have 10 minutes left, right? And then you transition. This is going to really help your client leave without opening up something else. Because if you go back to target, you have 5 minutes left and you open up a new channel that's really intense, a whole lot might come up and you don't have the time to then ground your client. So these are just a few little tidbits to use. Ask me any questions in the comments that you might still have.